Hi Sophie, Aunt Trisha here, making you a video. So I'm gonna do two for you. One, I painted the canvas completely black. The other one, I painted the canvas completely white. Um, I put butcher paper down. You want to make sure that it's completely clean. There's no fur or anything on it. I also marked it with a Sharpie just by placing the canvas down and marking around it, so that way, well, you can't really see it, but anyways, that way I know where to lay the paint. I also tape the back of my canvases. You don't have to do that, but I use painter's tape and just tape the back because personally I don't like to get paint back here, and it happens sometimes, especially if you're doing a pour. This isn't exactly a pour, but it's a reverse pour, so you probably won't like, I didn't have to do that, but I did it because when I painted my canvas, when I removed the tape, there's going to be a clean line around it. And I've already pre-mixed the colors that I'm going to use, but I wanted to show you an example. So I'm going to do one color. I left one color undone. I know you have a pouring medium that that your mom got you. I make my own. If you want to know how to do that, I could explain that at another time. But I use 2 parts, so I'm using a teaspoon, pouring it in the cup. So I want 2 teaspoons of my pouring medium to 1 teaspoon of paint. And you should use gloves, otherwise you'll get paint and stuff on your hands. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, I got paint all over me. But you should use gloves. So I have my 2 parts of my medium in there, and now I'm putting 1 part paint. I have a little spatula, little flimsy silicone spatula that I use to get it out. But if you don't have one of those, you could use a popsicle stick or whatever you have to get what's left in there out. You could use paper towels. I use cloths, old cloths, to clean off my utensils after I'm done with them. So that they're clean if I need to mix another color. And I have that on standby. Now, we're mixing. You want to get around the edges really good. And down on the bottom of the cup, because there will be, you can see there's white down here. So you want to make sure that you really get the bottom of the cup really good. Now in the black one that I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna put any silicone in that one. Usually when I do a reverse dip, I don't use silicone, but when we do the white one, I'll go ahead and add some so I could show you how I do that. So you want to get, see how it's coming off the popsicle stick in a steady stream like that? That's what you want. That's how you want your paint to be. So that's mixed. We're gonna set that aside because that color is gonna be for the white canvas. That one's gonna be way more, have a lot more color than the black one. Okay, so now we're ready to do it. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Okay, so for this one, I'm using teal, this pinkish color, and this, it's like a metallic color, and I have a little bit of white in case I want to add that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna stay within your lines. Mine are there, and you're going to put it just in a design on the paper, or if you don't have parchment paper, you could use a plastic bag, like a trash bag or something, but I have it taped down, see. You want to make sure that it's really secure because you're going to put the canvas upside down and lift it up, and you don't want that to come with it. So I'm just going to start making a design. And this was the old paintbrush I had that the tip fell off that I'm using. So that was the teal. And you don't want to put too much. That's why I'm just using a little bit at a time, because when you put the canvas on it, it's gonna all like smush together. So I'm gonna use my pink color, and it's okay to like go over in some areas because it's gonna make it like it'll blend really pretty. make sure you clean whatever you're using, or you could use different popsicle sticks in between your colors. And now I'm going to use a little of that. I don't even know what color it is. It's warm metal. So whatever design that you feel good with, like what makes you happy, just put it down. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of white. All right, and I think I'm going to come back in with a little bit more pink because there's some spots where the white was a little thicker. And then there was some blank spots also. I may have put too much. I guess we'll find out. But that's the fun of it. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. So it just looks like a bunch of little blobs of paint on there. And now we'll see what we create. Oh yeah, I wear an apron because I get paint on my hands and then I wipe it off. That's why it's very dirty. Okay, so taking my canvas I'm gonna get within my lines, lay it down very gently, put a little pressure, and then just kind of smooth the back of the canvas with your fingers. Not too hard, just to get the paint to spread out a little bit. And I'm kind of going in that motion because I kind of want the paint to go in that motion. All right, now it's time to pick it up. So it depends on how you want it to come out, how you pick it up. If you want, you could pick it up just straight up, or you could pull it to one side or the other. I think because I kind of wanted the paint to go that way, and that was kind of the direction that I was putting the paint, I think I'm going to pull it in that direction. So you want to just do it super, super slow. And I'm picking up the side, bottom side that's closest to me and pulling up towards that top left. Well, my top left. And there it is. I like it. There's a lot of detail. And you could use whatever colors you want. And I'm going to set this aside. Now see this, I'll let this dry and be able to make, or well, Uncle Drew will be able to make jewelry using this paint after it dries. So that's what's good about using parchment paper. All right, now we're gonna do the white one. And again, I have it outlined. And we're pretty much gonna do the same thing. There's no wrong or right way to do this. Whatever you think looks fun, then do it that way. So that was a red color I used. Now I'm gonna do a little orange. trying to make it look like a flower, but it's not really looking that way. We'll see how it turns out. Oh yeah, we're gonna add some silicone. I'm gonna add some silicone to the yellow. You don't want to use a lot of silicone when you're, so in this cup, there's this much paint in this cup. It's like right to there. I'm gonna use one single drop. That's it. That's all you need. If you use too much, it won't give you the effects that you want it to give you. It'll kind of just make it like blob together. So one drop, just stir. The more you stir it, the more like bubbles it's gonna make. You don't want to stir it too much, but not like, you don't want to over stir it. So like what I did would probably be okay. And now I'm gonna just add this. Add a little pink. You want to be careful that you're not going to add your colors, mix your colors to a color that's not going to blend well with it, because otherwise it's going to come out like mud, and that's always disappointing. All right, so I'm trying to make this look like a flower, so I'm going to add a little green, but green can be muddy on stuff. So I'm going to add it more around the edges and towards this corner over here. And I have two different greens. That was a lighter metallic green. And this one's a darker green. So I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit of that next to the other green, because it'll look pretty once they mix. Alright, here we go. So this one, instead of pulling it up that way, I'm just going to pull it straight up. There you go. It's flower. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The colors blended, and you have that little bit of the green. So there you go. That is how to do a reverse dip. It's a little easier than doing a pour. Pour is a little harder. Oh, with the yellow, so we use the silicone. Hold on. So I just showed you a close-up of it, right? You see the yellow? No, watch. Well, it didn't necessarily do it the way I wanted it to. But, like you could see right here. Oh, shoot. Shoot, I touched it. Alright, let me try over here. So you could see right here, there's like little bubbles that have formed and popped. You'll be able to see them better when they dry. But like right here too, that's what the silicone does. Anyways, if you have any questions or you want me to show you another style on how to do one, I will certainly do that. Oh, here we go. This is showing what the silicone does a lot better than it came out on the painting. So you can see the little circles that are forming in the paint. That's what the silicone does. It kind of separates the paint and creates what we call in the art world cells. Love you, Sophie. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to have me do another one, let me know. Or if you want to do a live with me, we could do a live one together on FaceTime or whatever. I love you so much. Oh, and happy Easter.